Hello, guys. Good morning, everyone. It is October 21st, and it's a Wednesday. We're back at it. Let me actually just switch up the screen because the important stuff right now I want to be sharing on the second screen. So I was first going through the watch list here. It looks like it's going to be a hot day. ASTC is popping up already over 200% gapping with some really interesting coronavirus testing kits. So guys, I will see you on the live stream later today, starting at 9:15 a.m. But what I actually wanted to talk about, I was going through some of the news sites like always in the morning, and actually one of them that I use, I just want to point out here, is Morning Brew. If you guys are not subscribed to Morning Brew, I would check it out. They give you daily, every day at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, you get a kind of news article with the biggest topics of the day or of yesterday, right? One of these topics, and this is something that it's on the Wall Street Journal as well, and the New York Times, but GMC, this is a interesting kind of article coming out here. So they are coming out with a brand new Hummer that is an EV Hummer. I gotta say, I got a good kick out of this when I saw it for the first time. Let me zoom in a little bit more. Unveiled the new electric Hummer last night, which features a 350 plus mile range, and there's a crab mode. Apparently you could go diagonal a little bit, which is kind of cool for off-road maneuvers. I'm not sure how many people are actually going to use that. And then this is kind of interesting, a digital cockpit system designed with Fortnite creator Epic Games. I thought that was kind of cool. So it really kind of goes to show, guys, that the buyer, the consumer, really has a lot of power, because all these companies, I mean the Hummer, guys, it's been notorious for being a gas guzzler and having that kind of bad image, right? So it just shows you that the companies are listening to what people are buying, right? Just really quickly here, I found a video of this thing kind of going diagonal. I just want to kind of play it here for a second. If I just make this big screen, will that work? Yeah, okay, this looks good. Here, 1 second. So I was like, okay, so that's what it looked like. At first, I thought they really go all the way to the side. That's not the case. I thought that was kind of interesting. Anyway, GMC, they plan to pump these out in its Detroit plant, which is actually kind of a cool thought. It was recently renamed Factory Zero, once the site of the original Dodge factory. I think that was kind of an interesting place to do it. Now it's the cornerstone of GM's zero emission, zero cash, zero congestion roadmap. I found that kind of an interesting take. One thing I do kind of want to point out here is that GM is, they own Buick, Cadillac, Chevrolet, and GMC, right? So just keep that in mind here. The Cadillac is also coming out with an electric version. Here's a picture of it. Actually looks pretty snazzy here. I'm not super crazy about cars, but if you are, I mean, definitely worth checking out here. And what I really like about this one is, you know, there's a lot of competition in the space. We saw Tesla coming out with the Cybertruck. There's an electric Ford F-150, and now the Hummer coming out. So it's a space that companies are really paying attention to. I personally love it because I use my bike a lot, and there's nothing worse than being on a bike behind like a gas guzzler. You're just choking the whole time. So I personally love to see all this kind of stuff, and it's obviously good for the environment as well. One thing I do want to point out is GM and their stock price, because they've had quite the rally here, and then yesterday with that kind of coming out with the catalyst here. Oops, let's go to the side a little bit here. Now hit a high of 35.6, and if we just kind of go to the this is a really kind of messy site right now in terms of alignment. Anyway, the market cap, I want to point out here, it's a little bit small for you guys to see maybe. I do apologize about that. The market cap is 50 billion of GM. Kind of an interesting thing to think about, because if we go over here to Tesla, their market cap is 400 billion, right? So almost 10 times. Tesla's almost 10 times the market cap, so the size of General Motors. Obviously, General Motors is a much newer company. I think Tesla's around 20 years old. I would have to double check that. Actually, if you just scroll down here all the way, usually there is a little bit of a description area. Palo Alto, Tesla February, founded in 2003. So, okay, more like 17 years old. Yeah, so GM over here, really solid value, value is debatable, but really, really solid moves it's had now. And then with that kind of announcement coming out, breaking from a bigger resistance area right around here of around 33. So really, really strong move. I'm always very weary on these shoulders, and this is usually where I like to take profits on tickers. If we go on a kind of weekly chart here, you can see in March 2020, they fell off a cliff like everything else pretty much. They've pretty much had a full recovery though, finding some bigger resistance around here. But I think with a catalyst like this and their overall kind of trend here, I really, really like what I'm seeing. Personally, if I was going to buy GM, which I'm totally not against doing, especially here, oh no, they actually didn't have a ticker. I got that mixed up with a different ticker. But I think GM is having a really, really nice turnaround story. It looks like they're really paying attention to what people want, especially with this kind of coming out with the Hummer, the electric Hummer. I think that's really great. It looks like it has really good mileage as well. Or range, 350 miles. But you know, in these areas, anything that to me just went up 150%, I want to be a little cautious of. So identifying that there's huge support right here around 30. Also, it's one of those big psychological zones. I would be looking for some sort of move back into the 30s, maybe a quick pullback to this 9 EMA here on the weekly, and then start, you know, accumulating a position right around, you know, above 30, maybe below 32. Something like that is what I would be looking for. Right now, it's, you know, having a nice little rally, so it might be another you know, week or two or longer before it you know, dips down a little bit. But I would be looking for that, you know, bigger retest on 30 or something even on a break of 30. I think that's probably where I would be accumulating. I think overall you'd be managing your risk pretty well that way, especially with the kind of nice news that we're seeing coming out here. And it looks like, I really got to say, you know, they're really investing a lot. It doesn't look like this company's going anywhere, and they're kind of taking this little bit of Corona downtime to really kind of put themselves in the position for larger growth and keeping up with the trends of the time. And also just, you know, talking about keeping up trends of the time, I mean, you know, really trying to incorporate things that people are kind of hot about. You know, Fortnite, that's a huge game. So yeah, really, really interesting stuff on this ticker. Again, guys, if you want to check out Morning Brew, you can get the free subscription to this newsletter. It is a free newsletter. Check out the link in the video description below, or the first pinned comment. And yeah, it's an easy way to sponsor the channel or support the channel. So that's everything for this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think about the GEM truck, the Hummer. You know, are we gonna be seeing a lot more of these on the road? I'm still waiting to see the Cybertruck on the road a little bit more, but would love to hear what you guys think. Don't forget to drop a like if you enjoy the content, and if you're totally new, consider subscribing. We go live every morning at 9:15 a.m. to review the watch list and then trade the market open, which looks like ASTC is gonna be a hot one today. So guys, I'll see you then for the live stream. Till then, stay safe and make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao, guys.